beautiful Miami and Hard Rock City, site of this year's Capital One Orange Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And the coverage team able to bring him down. So the Colorado State Rams offense will begin backed up off that poor return. They'll love being in Miami for the Orange Bowl. So much history and tradition. So many championships have been won in this game. But, Kirk, they've been playing this since 1935. Can you tell me who won that first Orange Bowl?
You know what's funny is I actually asked the Sunshine Scooter, who's from Miami, just in case you might ask me that question, so I have an answer. Miami played the Bison of Bucknell, and Bucknell upset them. Talk about a team coming out of left field, pulling off an upset even back then. But who would have guessed how much this game and the college football world would change since then?
And he shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker. Second down after that run on the previous play. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Makes a quick grab. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a first down.
And they get some positive yards here. But just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Short completion. The third down play coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, Colorado State. This quarterback on fire today. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So the Seminoles offense gets their first crack now. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught quickly. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Pre-snap motion from the offense. Bringing pressure. Goes to his right side there for the completion. It's a big gain all the way to enemy territory. Tackled at the 45. That completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. They're going to run it. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
With the defense coordinator this week already telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
And that run produces a decent gain.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
They'll try to run for the first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? And the quarterback dropping back. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
They'll pass on the field goal attempt. The offense on the field going for it on 4th down. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Brought down to the 22. It's a first down very near the red zone now.
Well, these are the kind of situations you practice every week. You you got to be able to get a yard. And the offensive line was able to give them just enough push to convert here on the ground. Clearly, they've done this drill before countless times, and it shows.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. The tackle is made. The offense is now set up for the first and goal from the 8. And the Noles will line up here on first down and goal. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State. So with playoff pressure, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Get this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Rams offense back onto the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. The guys up front line up. It's first down. To throw, it's Murphy. It's a quick grab, but the play loses yardage. Very tough second down coming up now. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Receiver makes the catch. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. So let's see what they like here on third and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Makes a quick catch. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now fourth down. The Rams will line up to boot it away. The offense will have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. A beautiful, balanced drive reached the end zone last time. Can they keep it going here? Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Their first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Defense able to stop him. It's fourth down now. Ball near midfield. No punting team. The offense is going for it. A running play called on fourth down. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
And that is a gutsy call to go for it on fourth down in your own territory. But you can see that this coach is confident in his offense and going to their go-to plays that they call specifically for these situations.
They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Clock is running last minute in a very entertaining first quarter of play. Ball handed off. Fights off a defender. The Noles pick up enough yardage to move the sticks.
Another first down and another good run by this back from Florida State. He's doing his job as far as living up to the great tradition of Florida State running backs.
And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do that.
And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a first and goal. Keep it on the ground on first and goal. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Noles.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. The extra point gives them a 14-7 lead. As we break for the quarter, Kirk, Florida State is on top. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. Returner choosing to field this one. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. The Colorado State offense is back out there now. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Looks to the left, and it's complete. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, another positive gain for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll run it from the gun. Fights off a defender. Breaks loose at the 40. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45. A solid game.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers. And don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses.
Oh, it's picked off. What a play. They get him down after a short return, but an interception gets the football back to the offense at the 36.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive and ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Back's got it again. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. That's exactly what we saw right here.
And the Seminoles with 1st and 10 here. Little eye candy here from the offense and pre-snap motion. Here comes the handoff. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down. The Seminoles will try to keep this drive moving. A quick throw out left, complete. Got a lane, can he get in? Touchdown, Seminoles. Still no answer for this offense. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he's tackled just short of the 25. Here comes the Colorado State offense on the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Scanning the field. It's Murphy. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Well, the offensive line is so caught up in communicating to pick up the defensive lineman. Nobody picks up the middle linebacker on the blitz. He gets the sack.
That sack sets up a second down and very long. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? They trap him and sack him back at the 10. And the Rams will line up to punt it away. They're going to kick it away for the second time. And the ball is away from inside the 10. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? The back's got it. Running through the tackle. Tough running to avoid a loss that just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Important second down play coming up. Play action fake, looking to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. A short completion to the tight end. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
He's hit just before the throw. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Gonna take it all the way in. Pick six. Touchdown, Rams.
Chris, that second-tier defender, the linebacker, sometimes can get lost in coverage. I don't know if the quarterback saw him. The quarterback threw it right to him, comes up with the interception, and then he has the speed to take it all the way to the house.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it from the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick six last time out here. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so
oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. At the 30 now. Inside the 10. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Florida State.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Rams offense back onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. To throw, it's Murphy. Looks to the left, pass caught. Play moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down. The Rams come to the line to run the hurry up. Looking to throw now on first down. Trying to create here on the move. It is complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
The sophomore calls his own number and keeps this drive moving. The Rams starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Over the middle and incomplete. Second down after that previous play. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Snags the quick throw. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Colorado State.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He steps out of bounds at the 14. That's where the drive will start. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Let's see how this offense plays this. They try to get some more points for the half or play it more conservatively. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. looking to make a big play downfield. It's a huge gain. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Knowles. Made the defense look slow that time. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. The Colorado State offense is back out there now. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Looking to throw. It's Murphy. Short connection to the tight end here. Man heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get into the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you've got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. And the returner is brought down. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. He'll take a deep shot. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, it could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And he'll set up to throw. There's contact on the throw. Incomplete, just 3 seconds left. Time for one more play. Just time enough for one more play in the half. And he'll drop back here on third down. Hit just as he throws the ball. And the pass ball is incomplete in the final play of this first half. The Rams will kick it deep to begin the second half. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in his playoff game, no adjustments. Right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Takes the ball, tries the right side here. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Are you serious? The offense going for it inside their own 30. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice game. They're getting closer to the 50. And the Knowles line up on first and 10. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. So second down after the incompletion. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Oh, and he's got it down inside the 20. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play. The Knowles pick up enough yards to move the sticks. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Ball carried by the running back. to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. Fourth down now. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. The field goal is good. And that will extend their lead even further. After adding 3 more points to the lead, they're set to kick it off.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here comes the Colorado State offense on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? First down here for this offense. Handoff from the shotgun. Finding some room at the 25. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a first down. And the Rams will come to the line to run the hurry up. And the quarterback keeps it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the quarterback does everything right except pitch the football. Defensive end's going to take him, which is great. That's what you want. But you got to get that ball out quicker to not allow that defensive end to make that play.
Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Quick throw to his receiver. It's a highlight reel diving catch there. No huddle now for the offense.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. How about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
He's going for a big play downfield. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Not just the pick, but a big return sets up the offense in good position.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Looking to scramble. Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. Second down play now coming up.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Close to the tight end, but they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes. And
here's the throw deep downfield. The catch is made inside the 10. Touchdown, Seminoles. To stretch the lead, the route is on. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine. A playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
Here comes the Rams offense back onto the field. This drive is important. Last one, and an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. He pulls it in for a big gain. And it works. The first down to the 35.
Well, it's a big risk to play man-to-man coverage by this defense, and this time they get caught. Great timing between the quarterback and his receiver. You can see what can happen when that timing is right. Big things can happen.
The sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Powering right past the defender. Solid gain, moves the ball to a 43.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be fourth down. They'll kick it away here. Oh, it landed at the 7 and bounced into the end zone for a touchback. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. This has been a dominant performance so far. Up double digits at the break, building on the lead here in the second half. Stop after a small gain. Now look at it, 2nd and 9. Tailback takes the handoff again. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's 3rd down for the offense. They're going to run it here. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. Here's a gamble. Head coach keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. 4th down. He's throwing for it. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to a 39.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits.
Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Tackle is made, but it's a big gain. They'll move the ball to the 25-yard line. Just pounding away for another big gain. You wonder if this defense is beginning to lose its will a little bit.
I think they are losing their will. You can tell by the way they're tackling. It's been a very impressive performance by this offense and by this running back. You got to believe they're just looking to add to this lead with yet another touchdown.
They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Florida State. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Colorado State offense is back out there now. Last possession, they were forced to kick it away, and they finally get things going this time. The shotgun handoff here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Running back has it on a screen now. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. As we break for the quarter, Kurt, Florida State is on top. This has been thorough domination through 3 quarters. A real statement confirming their status as a national championship contender. Check out the stats so far. The Rams will send the punt team onto the field. On to kick now for the 5th time today. Oh, and he's got some space here. Coverage seam brings down the returner. State offense heads back onto the field. This group has been rolling up double digits at halftime. They've just built on that lead here in the second half. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw.
Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Knowles. And the beatdown continues.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play called, and continuing to put points on the board.
Here comes the point after attempt. the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. Here comes the Colorado State offense on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught. It's Freeman.
Well, the defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
The offense with 5 receivers now, empty backfield. 25, good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Gets made on the out route. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field. Somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He's running out of time here. Oh, the pass is picked off. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up the offense at the 39.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
The Florida State offense on the field. They were up double digits at halftime, and they're just continuing to roll, building in the lead here in the second half. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. They finally tackle him down at the 1. That catch and run.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make accurate throws.
Touchdown, Seminoles. And the route is on. That's another touchdown for this running back. They can't stop him. Dream performance in this playoff game.
Yeah, this is going to be a performance we're going to be talking about for a long time. I just love watching because he's doing it in so many different ways. We've seen
touchdown, Florida State. And this one is getting ugly. And they get set now to try the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Returner tackled right there. That's where they'll start the drive. Here comes the Rams offense back onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Empty set now, 5 wide. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. He makes the grab. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. At the 10 now. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Rams.
You know, the most impressive thing to me, Chris, I mean, they're not going to win this football game. I love that they're still fighting. I think that tells you a lot about this team, the character, the culture, the way they're coached. It's not their day, but I'm just impressed that they're still battling out there.
Returner looking to make a play here. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. This has been a dominant performance so far, up double digits at the break, building on the lead here in the second half. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. Tackle made after a solid gain. Will spot the ball at the 34.
What a shot, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed along with really dominant offensive line play.
Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
And I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year, and it's been great to see him in person today, making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
Fires it to the wideout. And the pass is dropped. Incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. Now it's second down here. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Catch hauled in here over the middle. That's a big gain deep into enemy territory. Ball down near the 30. And the Seminoles come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And the handoff towards the right tackle. He shreds the tackle. And a nice first down gain there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker. The Seminoles are in the red zone now. There's the handoff. He's into the end zone, but there is a marker on the play. Let's check that out. Costly hold nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. Offense getting set. Second down play here. And the runner takes off to his right. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Crucial third down play coming up. Takes the handoff running off left tackle. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. Crucial red zone play coming up. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They stop him, but it's a first down.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback
touchdown. Knowles to stretch the lead. The route is on.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about. Whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line, the entire unit has been dominant.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Now they get set to kick it away. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. The Colorado State offense is back out there now. This has been a monumental mismatch. A beatdown for the ages. It's almost over, thankfully. Let's it go quickly. Catch made down the left side. An explosive play.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
Pass caught. Second down now. From the shotgun, drops back. Here's a deep throw with the clock winding down. But this one is broken up, falls incomplete.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood this scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
This defense has been lights out today. Great job once again applying pressure on this quarterback. This poor quarterback, he doesn't know what he has seen today. Not able to get anything going to be able to try to compete in this game. They're down big, and now they're just hoping for that clock to run out.
And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin. And here's the handoff. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away. Less than a yard to go as they come to the line on second down. Takes the handoff again. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Man, I've gotten so conditioned here now that we're in the fourth quarter to see this guy get the football, just get 4 positive yards. Finally this afternoon, the defense steps up, says enough is enough, and they come up with a nice tackle.
Tackle, but forced down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
That's the mark of a well-coached team. These guys don't even pay attention to the score. They're just out there executing and churning up yards. Good, solid run there as this clock continues to wind.
And he breaks clear down the right side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Seminoles. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
Coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
PAT is good as they build on this big lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the return starts just inside the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking for the wideout. He's got a man down the middle. And he's brought down, but it's a first down spotted near the 41. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. And that's it. The game will end on one last incompletion. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They